You could be the #1 ranked business in the Google Map Pack and be completely invisible to the AI overview that often sits directly above it. Same search, same city, and right now, more and more people are reading that AI recommendation and making a decision before they ever scroll down to see how well you're ranking in the map. AI overviews now appear in 68% of local business searches, and the businesses that are showing up there, they are not the same ones that are in the map pack. Different businesses entirely. And on top of that, there are way fewer spots to go around. I'm going to show you data on just how few in a minute, and it's probably worse than you think. So, there's a second game being played right above the one you maybe have been winning, and the businesses showing up there got in with something specific, a pattern I found after testing AI recommendations across dozens of cities, a pattern that explains why one of my clients, an HVAC company in South Florida, started getting calls from 20 miles outside their service area from people who said ChatGPT recommended them, and ended up doing a $9,000 replacement job. We never optimized for ChatGPT. We never changed a thing. And it's the same pattern that explains why the gurus are selling courses specifically about ranking in AI search right now. They're counting on you to not realizing what that pattern actually is. Where you used to have maybe 20 businesses rotating through the map pack results across a whole city, the AI is now showing only 6 or 7. The window is shrinking, and most agencies don't even know there's a window. I tested the businesses that do show up in both the map pack and the AI overview. Then I looked at the ones that only show up in one or the other. There's a clear difference between them, and it's not what the AI SEO course sellers want you to think it is. Every AI system out there right now, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google's AI Overview, Claude, even the brand new Ask Maps feature Google just launched inside Google Maps, none of them rank pages. They recommend businesses. And to do that, the AI needs to be confident about who that business is. That confidence has a name. It's called entity recognition. And there are 5 specific signals that build it. Now, watch what happens when I ask Google Maps a question. All right, so I'm on my phone and I'm in New Orleans on Google Maps, on the Google Maps app, and you can see I hit Ask Maps and it knows who I am. So I can just say, what's the best gumbo restaurant in the French Quarter? Pretty common question for somebody visiting New Orleans. Let's see what it says. All right, so we got the Gumbo Shop. This is the Gumbo Shop. This is basically a tourist trap. Mr. B's Bistro, not bad. I haven't been to Muriel's in Jackson Square. Restaurant Revolution, that is a very high-end restaurant. They serve on real silver. Yeah, then Coop's Place, Snappers. Interesting. Okay, so we did get quite a few recommendations, some high-end, some lower-end, and obviously the next thing that I would do, depending on what I was looking for, I could ask it for more low-cost options or more options around a specific area, but this is what the Google Map Pack is going to. So let's talk about signal number 1. This is, of course, your Google business profile. And this is the part that most agencies, most businesses think they've already handled. They think they already have it dialed in. And yeah, you filled in your categories, you added your services, but the GBP has dozens of additional attributes depending on your business category. Emergency service availability, payment methods accepted, accessibility features, service area specialties, languages spoken. Most businesses leave these completely blank. Most businesses leave service descriptions completely blank. Ask Maps uses these attributes as direct matching signals. Every blank attribute is a query your client can't match. Every filled attribute is another way that AI can recommend your client if a competitor gets skipped. But filling in your profile attributes is honestly the smaller piece of this. It's also super easy, so go do it. The bigger piece is your reviews. Ask Maps doesn't just count your reviews like the Map Pack does, it actually will read them, just like ChatGPT and other AI systems. It runs a sentiment analysis on the actual words your customers wrote and matches those words against what the searcher's asking for. So when someone asks, Ask Maps, hey, find me an HVAC company that serves Carrier systems and does same-day emergency repair. The AI isn't just checking your profile to see if you listed emergency service. It's scanning your reviews, looking for customers who mentioned emergency calls, same-day appointments, specific equipment brands. A review that says, great plumber, gives the AI zero usable information. But a review that says, Jake showed up with a pipe camera and found a clog in 10 minutes, or called at 6 p.m. on a Friday, they were here by 7:30, those sentences are what the AI matches against. The more specific the language, technician names, actual parts replaced, how fast they showed up, the more queries you or your client get recommended for. And here's what you need to do to get this. Change the ask. Now here's the exact text message that I have my clients send after every completed job. Pause it, grab it if you need to. Hey, customer name. Thanks for choosing us. Would you mind sharing what we fixed and how it went? That's it. One text. And instead of generic 5-star reviews with no words, you'll start getting fuel that AI can actually use. This is so powerful that at my agency, we've actually added language in the contract that the local business owner must agree to and send this text in order to work with us. Now, there's a second layer here also. ChatGPT, as most of you know, uses Bing's web index to find local businesses. It searches Google, but uses Bing's web index. It's going to organize them using its own algorithm. Your Bing Places listing doesn't feed ChatGPT directly, but it influences how your website ranks. And those organic results are exactly what ChatGPT is going to search through. Most agencies ignore Bing entirely, which means their clients are less visible to the largest AI platform on the planet because the agency couldn't be bothered with a 5-minute setup. You can even sync your Bing Places listing directly to your GBP and make it even easier. One set of data feeding both ecosystems. 5 minutes of work, a lot of your competitors just don't do. Okay, signal number 2, structured service content on your website. A single page listing, we do plumbing, HVAC, and electrical is not very relevant to AI. It can't confidently recommend that business for any specific service because you haven't given it anything specific to grab onto. A dedicated page for tankless water heater installation in Plano, Texas. That is an entity signal. Now the AI knows exactly what you do and exactly where you do it. And here's how you find the services you're probably missing right now. Pull up Google Search Console, look at the queries your client's site is already getting impressions for, and compare that against the service pages you actually have. You'll find services like lead main drain line replacement or gas line repair, queries where Google is already associating your client's site with that service. People are already searching for that service, but there's no dedicated page. No page means no entity signal. The AI skips your client for that query entirely. The search demand is sitting right there in your own data, you're just not catching it. So here's the prompt that we use at my agency to find those gaps and close them. You can pause and grab this or join my school group. There's a link in the description and get it there. Okay, signal 3, schema markup. Local business schema, service schema, FAQ schema, article schema, website schema. Businesses with proper schema get cited in AI overviews up to 3 times more often than those without it. You're not adding something new for AI. You're getting more value out of something that should already be there. Google loves schema also. Question-based queries trigger AI overviews 84% of the time. So if someone searches, how much does a tankless water heater cost in Dallas? And you don't have FAQ content with FAQ page schema on that service page, you're going to be nearly invisible for that query. The service page already exists. You're just adding an FAQ section that answers the questions people are actually asking and marking it up so that AI can find it. So how do you know what questions to add? Here's a prompt that we use at my agency that pulls from People Also Ask results, Reddit threads, local forums, real questions people are actually asking about your client's service in your client's area. Same deal. It's in the school group, or pause and grab it here. Okay, signal 4, structured citations. Name, address, phone number, matching across directories. 3 of the top 5 ranking factors for AI visibility are citation related, according to the 2026 Whitespark Local Search Ranking Factors report. And when ChatGPT searches Google, where do you think a lot of those top 20 to 30 results come from? Yelp, Facebook pages, Angie profiles, Foursquare. If you or your client's NAP data is inconsistent across these directories, the AI can't confirm the business information is accurate. It skips you. Citations are the absolute baseline. Okay, signal 5, being mentioned by name in places that aren't directory listings. A local news article that names the business, a community blog that recommends them, a best plumbers in Fort Wayne list on a local website, an industry blog that references their work. A citation says, this business exists at this address with this phone number. An unstructured mention says, this business is known, it's talked about, real people and real publications reference it by name. When the AI sees a business that only shows up in directories, it gets the very basic confidence. This is like going to Disney World. You must be at least this tall to ride this ride. When it sees a business that shows up in directories and in local news and community recommendations and best of lists, that is a completely different level of trust. And then the AI acts on it. Now, here's where this all comes together. In the traditional map pack, proximity was a very important rank factor. Closest plumber to the searcher would often win. That's why GeoGrid tools show green dots near the business and red dots as you get farther away. In AI results, proximity barely matters. A roofing company in Tampa with well-structured content and a complete GBP can appear in AI overviews for searches across the entire city, even against competitors who are physically closer. The AI doesn't care who's down the street. It cares about who it can confidently recommend. That's exactly what happened with my HVAC client in South Florida. Calls coming in from 20 miles away, way too far for Google to ever show their GBP in the traditional map pack. But ChatGPT isn't checking a map. It's looking at the business's content, their profile, their citations, their reviews, and asking itself one question: can I confidently recommend this business for what this person needs? If yes, distance isn't very important. That client had all 5 signals. We didn't even know ChatGPT was recommending them until the phone started ringing from zip codes we'd never seen before. Now, in the old world, a competitor down the street could outrank you just because they're down the street and closer. In the AI world, the business with better structured content, more complete attributes, more specific reviews, and stronger mentions is going to win regardless of distance. The service area just got a lot bigger for the businesses that have this right, and a lot smaller for those that don't. That Ask Maps feature I mentioned, Gemini-powered conversational search built directly inside Google Maps. Users are asking full questions like you saw me do. Natural language. Who's the best plumber near me available today? Find me an HVAC company that services carrier systems and does same-day emergency repair. Google is calling what Ask Maps does attribute match, a 4th ranking dimension that largely replaces proximity and goes on top of relevance and prominence. The AI matches the nuances of the conversational query against the qualitative attributes in the business's profile and reviews. A business at the top of traditional maps for plumber near me might not show up at all for plumber who can handle emergency pipe bursts on weekends. The AI can't confirm those attributes, so it skips them and recommends someone else. So right now, Ask Maps has 0 paid ads. Google executives, not surprisingly, have declined to confirm whether businesses will eventually be able to pay for placement. Recommendations are currently based entirely on profile strength, not ad budget. The agencies that move on this now are going to build a lead. The ones that wait are going to likely be competing against ad spend. Now, here's the thing that's been sitting underneath all of this. Every single one of those 5 signals, local SEO fundamentals. This is not AI optimization. This is not AEO. This is not some new framework. The bar is higher. AI systems need more confidence to recommend them than Google needs to rank because it's ignoring proximity. But the game is still the same. The gurus selling AI search courses right now are repackaging entity recognition and structured data into a new acronym, slapping a price tag on it and selling you what you should already know. AEO is local SEO done properly. Go check your GBP attributes right now. Look at whether they have dedicated service pages, service descriptions, interesting reviews, or one page that lists everything. Look at their schema, check their citation consistency, see if anyone outside of a directory is actually mentioning their business by name. That's where the gaps are. Pull up ChatGPT and search for your business type in their city. See if they show up. The answer tells you exactly how strong that foundation really is. Now, building 30+ service pages with the right structure, the right interlinking, the right schema, and the right on-page optimization still takes time if you're doing it manually. So I built an AI tool. It creates the entire content structure for you. The same Core 30 framework that my agency uses for every single client. Watch this video right here and I'll show you exactly how it works.